Okay, we've got a 6-player game with some players who've been very active over the past few days, including myself. Alti's been in pretty much every game. JSM's and Bum have been playing a lot. Star Crush I didn't see until today. Maki Rolls I've seen a couple times over the past few days. Okay, Star Crush is giving me a reason to like Filipovic, and JSM rejects. These are pretty low info picks. I don't know. They could definitely be two spies. And JSM makes this sort of protest. You know, I don't know if it's a misclick, but I'll just do that. Because I don't think it's too res, making these two sort of low info picks, and then oh, so now JSM claims misclick on 1.2. Okay, well, either way, you know, no such thing as a misclick, and the protest. The meta behind this isn't really well established, but you know, you can reject an off pick that you're on. You can indicate maybe that you don't like the person you're on with, so maybe JSM doesn't like me, but it could also be a protest, right? You don't like that maybe a res is off picking 2 res, but it definitely shouldn't indicate that I'm res and Star Crush is a spy. So he's sort of indicating he likes Star Crush a little bit, but now he claims it's a misclick. Either way, I think my pick is fine. And now JSM picks the hammer, which is also, you know, the lowest info pick you can make. So the fact that JSM makes this low info pick suggests that mine is, well, I don't know. It could suggest that Bum's a spy. Oh, you see, on recording, I get distracted. Yeah. Recording's definitely harder. Like, even if I don't say anything, it's just harder for me to play, to chat. I just don't know what I'm doing anymore suddenly. This is great chat from Bum here. And Alti makes this crazy pick. She shouldn't. Oh, well, never mind. I was misreading him once for a second. Alti can like Star Crush. Well, no, Alti really shouldn't like Star Crush here, because Star Crush only has one team, and it's precisely this team, and it's, you know, it's fairly easy to pick Alti, Bum, and JSM. So I don't find 2.2 particularly logical. I'm gonna pick Bum, and I'm not gonna pick Alti. So like Alti, don't think can be an add to this anymore. It could be Star Crush. Star Crush. We'll just do that. Because JSM shouldn't be picking it, though. JSM should always just be picking me. Because I'm the only add to this team. But maybe JSM doesn't like the fact that I made it harder. Like, I made it with my pick, right? He's got an easy accuse. He's easily not picking Philip and Maki, and now that I pick, it's not so easy, but still he shouldn't pick this. Okay, good. Good stuff. I really love Bum right now. I kind of want to just res him. Because, yeah. Hmm. Now he overrides me. Okay. Alti does seem PR, but I don't think Bum would just. I mean, that's really aggressive Merlin play. So these were 2 res. Interesting. Okay. How does he pick this? This is crazy. I mean, there's lots of other teams like Square. Square is a great team. But he understands, I guess, that Mackie should have added me instead of JSM to 2.1. Why is that? Let's see. JSM. Well, I can't be added to JSM. Like, I'm just looking at viable ads. I can't be added. Like, Star Crush. What did JSM pick? He picked, yeah. Star Crush can be added, and Alti Potatoes can be added. To my team, Star Crush or Alti Potatoes can both be added, and so but they can't both be on. I'm just looking at like potential adds to M1, right? So I think everyone has. I think everyone just has 2 possible teams. Yeah, like I don't really see that either. You basically have to pick one from this side and one from this side. In fact, I'm probably the worst possible add because then you're getting this team, which when you add Philip isn't viable. 1.3 reses you. Um, oh no, I was wrong. Alti Potatoes pick Star Crush and Maki, so you can't have both of them. Oh no, yeah, that's what we said. That is what I said. Yeah, you can have. Yeah, you can't have both of them, and you can't have both of us, but you can have any other team added here. Added to M2. So yeah, I'm not a good add. I don't know why. Maybe this is gaslighting, you know, when you say something that's not true. But I mean, you think it's true, right? But then you just act like it's common knowledge. And so you sort of, you know, it's a really effective way to confuse the spies and frustrate the spies. Kind of drives me crazy when I'm a spy. Anyway, this is a good game. I think no matter what, I'll upload it because it's hard to get good games. I mean, you know, even if every game was recorded, right, then you still wouldn't upload a lot of games because half the games are probably, somebody messes up or somebody gets really mad at the end and you don't really want to upload that. And then you have these quick games, right? Ideally, what you want are like high quality games that go to M5, right? There's some action. There's a critical. There's no critical in this one, but and this is a pretty straightforward game. 3.1 slam. And honestly, anytime I can get a game where I record and the game doesn't go terribly wrong, I think It's a good one. Hopefully I can get some spy games, though. I only have one spy game on my channel, that game from 4 years ago, where I was spy with Mag. Let's see who I think. I'll try to submit a GM. So I'm not going to GM Bum because I just think 3.1 is too aggressive. He could be Percy. I mean, if Bum is really VT, I think LT. LT picks these two and accuses. How does Bum know that I'm red? Yeah. Bum to Alti, I think. Then again, Star Crush's 2.3 is pretty strong. That's a viable team from M1s. It doesn't look as good, though, that now that Bum said, that piece of interesting chat. Man, 2.1 is, or 2.2 is still really strong. I mean, all three of my teammates did some pretty strong things this game. Well, Bum to Alti can know that I'm res. And Bum to Star Crush can't really know that. Well, actually, yeah, Bum to Star Crush can know that. But if it's Bum to Star Crush, that's really good. And then Alti's just a Pog VT making 2.2. I wonder how Alti could do that. Because it really, I mean, it's a one-ad team. And, I am a terrible ad. Monkey's also a pretty terrible ad. Maybe LT overrides. Well, no, then Star Crush picks this too. What I'm saying is, if LT could have been overriding her own 1.1, but then Star Crush picked us two, then again, Star Crush could still do, I mean, once wrong 1.1, then all bets are sort of off. I mean, this chat into 2.2 does not make sense. I would doubt it's salty to Bum for that reason. But I could see Alti doing that as Pog VT. Maybe just has a read that M1's not clean. This is true, by the way. It's not exactly true, but if 3.1 passes and it's dirty, then bum looks very bad. For resing me, then overriding me, bum looks terrible. Obviously, I know then that one of these, like I have a lot of info, but bum's gonna look terrible, and I'm gonna be confused why the res in, if bum is a spy, why did, well, if bum is res, I'd be confused as to, like, who are the PRs, right? Like, which PR, why is there a PR approving approving a dirty 3.1? Of course, I'm just talking from my perspective as a VT, so it's kind of meaningless because 3.1 was clean. But it is it's definitely a risky pick if you don't know it's clean from any perspective. And it was Alti Potatoes, Pog VT with Star Crush Merlin. Good job. GG. Great job by all res.